today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, NFL on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our... The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here come the Steelers now on offense, led out by a man who's been at the control since 2004. Six-time Pro Bowler, Ben Roethlisberger.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Roethlisberger. That's Ward, complete right side. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first.
Football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Palmer. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Palmer. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Palmer to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ward. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw here, Roethlisberger.
Quick slant to Brown.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. 2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Palmer will throw. And the reception made by Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run it with Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Dillon.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Roethlisberger to throw. A screen to Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Roethlisberger. And Miller with it over the middle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the interception, here's Palmer. Caught Eifert over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now Palmer.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Dillon.
Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
To throw is Palmer. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because someone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Bell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 2nd down now. It's Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7 our score. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
7 yards the pickup there.
Now Palmer to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with the victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Palmer to throw again.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing 12 yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. They go play action with Palmer. Johnson's got it complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Palmer. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And that'll be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Pass incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again, it's Palmer. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Palmer. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Palmer. Green with a catch left side. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
back to Green. He's got it complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer.
There's the first NFL catch for Jamar Chase.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Palmer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Again, it's Palmer. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now it's Palmer. And caught right side, Green. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Johnson.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Palmer. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. They run the counter. Bell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. A give to Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Roethlisberger. Throw left side, caught here by Ward. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Roethlisberger.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. For this 3rd quarter of action, you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Green. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Palmer now. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's Ward, complete right side. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 38, Roethlisberger. He's able to find Wallace. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Throw left side taken in by Miller.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there and made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Now Palmer on 1st down to mix it on the check down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Palmer to throw. Green's got it over the middle. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this to Ward. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be 2nd down. Miller on the catch over the middle.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Now Bell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Steelers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On first down, it's Palmer. Got his man, it's Eifert. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Palmer will throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Bell. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The Steelers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
But that won't do much good as he is tackled at his own 7.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game.
Connected with Mixon.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw is Palmer.
Pass complete to Green.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Palmer to throw again. Green brings it in. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Palmer. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year.